Really nice force sit hip mobility flow. And the purpose of this one, there's various ways that you can do this, but the purpose of this one is to open up the lower back and to really wake up the legs by almost creating a deep lunge stretch, but being really active in it, so not just sort of flopping into the lunges. So you'll see what I mean as we go along. So what I want you to do is get yourself into a nice sort of wide sit like this, and back nice and straight. You're going to draw the toes up towards the shins, so you're dorsiflexing through the ankles, and then we're going to start to drop the knees down to one side here. Now, each time I do this, I'm going to tap the leg that I want you to then do the same side on. So I just tap my left leg, and you're going to raise up your left arm and reach over towards the right. Now that is going to start to open up the side body here, especially into the lower back, the QL, the quadratus lumborum, which can often get really tight. So you're really finding that stretch. So root down that left seat bone there to find that stretch. And then you're going to come out of this and make your way over to the other side. So as you're transitioning through, you want to try and keep as flat a back as possible. So you want to try not to round through the lower back. If that's too hard, you can lean back slightly or place the arms behind you for a bit of support as you make your way over to the other side. Then you're going to do the same thing. I'm tapping the front leg and reaching over. So right arm comes over towards the left, giving myself a really nice lower back stretch. And you'll just work through this a few times, maybe for about a minute or so. And then just working on the hip mobility as you're coming into that internal and external rotation in the hips as you swivel the legs. And then moving on to the next phase. So the next phase, we come up into an extended hip position. So you're going to come up onto your knees. And then I'm tapping the back leg here and stepping it through. Now, what I mean by the active leg is I don't just want you to flop your hip forwards into a deep hip stretch. I almost want you to pull yourself forwards using your hamstring and your heel. So it becomes a lot more active. And then again, we're going to add a nice hip flexor stretch and reach over towards that bent leg there. Bringing ourselves back with control, try not to fall over on that part. Slowly lower down and swivel over to the other side. Back leg comes in front. Drag yourself forwards with the heel and the hamstring so it's active, and then reach across the arm to give yourself a nice hip flexor stretch on that back leg. Come down with control, work through the other side. Pull yourself forwards, drag yourself forwards, and a big hip flexor stretch reach for the side body there.